Okay, I've just wired up a Ford Ranger 2012 to 2016. Mine's a 2015. The original fascia was that there. The original double din, which was hidden behind that fascia, was this here. So I'll be as quick as possible. Remove the double din, which was in here. Dead simple. Remove this clock at the top. You can bypass that altogether if you want, but if you buy a fascia from Connects 2, or there's actually a cheaper one on there, instead of paying £200 from Connects 2, you can get, I paid £110 for mine. And what I've done is, it's called a HIZPO, the Chinese aftermarket. Basically it's a 7.1 Android. So the harness comes with this little box here, which does have Connects 2 equipment. So the top clock, this would normally be in the top clock. So you disconnect it from the top clock and you put it into here. The top clock being this here. So you take it out of there, put it in here. If you want to unscrew it, dead simple, just 2 little screws either side. And there's the back of it there. So you take this out of the back of there, and then you plug it into the back of here. The harness that you get with the fascia comes with a new one of these, which is this one, which is attached to all this harness here. It also comes with a plug. This plug here was plugged into the back of the old radio, so now that connects in there. That one there now is just dead. There's another one in there which is just dead. The aerial connects straight into the old aerial. It's an adapter for it, which goes into the back of the unit there. You screw your GPS and your SATNAV, your wireless and your GPS. I've mounted my GPS up on top of here. As long as there's no metal between it, as long as you've got plastic, it's fine. So I've done that. Now this is the issue I had. I had the whole thing together, and I've had to take it all back apart because Connects 2 or the other person, I can't remember where I got the fascia from, they tell you there's a video online and they tell you to disconnect your battery. Remember, when you disconnect your battery, your clock automatically stops. So it's great, you put all this back together, only to find out that your clock's 45 minutes slow and there's no way of setting your clock again. So this is what I've had to do. I've had to take everything back out, temporarily put that back in, hit the menu on there, set the clock. I think I'm a minute fast now. So, but the time, date, everything's set, so that's what I'm in the process of doing, putting it back together. Now, the UK, you can't get a harness. This one here comes with this 20-pin harness here. The Chinese or Japanese SATNAV Android comes with a 20-pin, which is here, 20-pin harness, ISO. And the good thing about this is it comes and everything is labelled. What I did was I bought this ISO, the UK ISO, which had the 20-pin attached to it, only to find out that eBay, the one I bought off eBay for £7, happened to be wired up wrong. So I know it's a bit of a chore. So what I've did was I've bought just this harness with just the wires, and the Chinese one comes with just the wires. And these are BT connectors I just crimp on. If you're not sure, on this harness, there's actually a wiring diagram on Google of which wire is which. So like the red tells you it's positive, the Chinese tells you it's AC plus, which is positive, and the yellow, it tells you that it's the ignition, again, which is battery plus, you know what I mean. Just Google it all. Everything on there, right for the speakers. Very, very simple, but time taking. So the reason I made the video is to let you know, when you come to use, you can actually bypass this and just not bother plugging anything in at all. That's what the video tells you. But it does look better when it's on. And like I say, the clock comes on now. And I think it may, like I say, maybe a minute fast. I'm going to just pause the video, make sure everything's hooked up. The other thing is, another simple little thing is, on the Chinese wiring diagram, this one here, it comes with brake. It says brake on it. You can't watch your video and you can't use your reverse camera unless this is ground. So a simple way is either just grind it to another ground wire, which is a black ground wire, which is out there. Or luckily enough, I had a machine screw that actually screwed into a blank hole that was in the back of here, and I've just ground it to the unit. Works a treat, as you can see. I'll pause the video and then I'll show you how to hook up your steering control. Again, this box here, everything is in there. I think that one there is your steering control. One of these two is. But just plug it all in. They tell you which wires to plug in. They all come with it. Yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. But there is little things that they didn't tell you. So that's why I'm going through this. I'm trying to think what else I had a problem with. Pretty straightforward. If you're putting a reverse camera in, there's videos on there. Again, of how to put the reverse camera in. That's what I did. When you buy the typical Chinese reverse camera, it comes with a yellow phono lead with a little power supply attached to it. So you would plug the reverse camera. It's actually labelled reverse. That's it there. But it's labelled reverse. And then the red wire that's comes with the phono, it actually is, again, it's got on here, one of these little wires says reverse. So it is quite simple. £146 for the 7.1 Chinese import. I'll pause this and I'll move on to the next bit. Right, I've got the unit in. It's all wired up. It comes with preset programs, so the same with anything. Find yourself a radio station, and then same thing. Hold it down, channel 1. So that's it there.
A couple of minutes.
Exactly the same as your standard radio.
Rustling, shining.
So you should have 2 there now.
Marking the 100. A young woman.
Right, this is the bit that I discovered.
My nerves.
Right, it comes with a SATNAV. It comes with this SATNAV here. Sorry, this SATNAV here. But I had already downloaded SideJig, which I find is a better SATNAV. When you go into the settings,
By the unsurpassed diamonds her first occasion in society.
when you go into the settings,
Yes,
it actually gives you an option in here,
I am his
call
wife,
settings,
rich American.
and then
His new purchase. Send back in
navigation, application. So it was on iGo, but I've highlighted SideJig. So now that powers up as my default SatNav. So that was pretty simple. The dash cam, £12 off eBay for a dash cam. A bit tricky. You've actually got to download their program. But once you've got their program, it works a treat. So it's on here. There's the dash cam. Pretty simple. Hit record. Right.
She watches him as he comes back up the stairs.
So when I had all hooked it all up, I couldn't get the video to play because I hadn't ground it like I had said earlier. So now there's the video playing.
Yeah, but they're not as fun.
So, and then I've just literally finished putting the reverse camera in. Chinese one again. It's arrived. It's upside down, but I've got it installed. It'll take me 5 minutes, 10 minutes to change the replacement that they're going to send us, but you'll get an idea. So now I just put it in reverse. It should overwrite the video, which it has. And by leaving your screen in, you still get the reverse sensor and the park pilot. So it is worth leaving that in as well as that. To come out of reverse, video straight back on again. So back on there. Steering wheel. This is the program for setting your steering wheel. So what you would do is you would hit start. You would select previous or whichever one you want, next or back, and then you would hit this key or that key, whichever key you want, and then you would hit end. So mine should, but I've just added a part. I might have to reset it, but it was set for this one here to set the SATNAV. So if I press that, SATNAV should kick in. Oh, there you go. So once the SATNAV's kicked in, it's exactly like anything else. You can watch the SATNAV and you can have the music in the background. Pretty good system for £146. YouTube, you can stream, you can actually, I know you're not supposed to, but you can actually connect it straight to your hotspot on your phone. And basically, if you wanted to, which is against the law, is drive along while you listen to the music.
No, we're here for Peter Rabbit.
Right,
the hero of
so here we go, the finished product.
young rabbit in a blue coat and no hats.
New fascia. I say fascia comes with all the kit. Cannot remember the name of the site, but he's got like an orange background when he's selling these fascia kits. Original clocks, dials for the heating control, and the old fascia had the buttons down here for the lock and the hazard. That's the lock now, and that's the hazards. So really it's 16:28. The clock is 1 minute out, but that's the sacrifice. So it's 28 there, 29 there. But it's handy to have that clock because obviously if you've got something on here, an example would be having said that, the clock still shows on this SATNAV screen, but you got to adjust some things that the clock's not on. For instance, it's not on there. It's handy to have the clock up there. So I hope this has helped you. It did come with like a little speaker, which I couldn't work out what it was, but the little speaker is supposed to be mounted behind here. I've just stuck it behind there, and what that is for the parking pilot. So if I stick it in reverse, like I say, the camera's upside down, I'm waiting for another one to come. It's been fitted the right way, it's just the way it's actually been supplied. But that's what that beeping is there. It's for the parking pilot. And it was pretty straightforward to fit the reverse camera, which is there. Right, I hope this helps. So that's a complete compared to what it was.